Bought your child every pair of Jordans and never bought the book that Jordan wrote, there's something wrong with that picture. If you bought every Xbox game and your child got problems spelling words or reading a book, there's something wrong with that picture. You're not investing into their purpose. You're not investing into who they are. And we as parents have to do that. Because if you give a child a choice between an Xbox and a book, of course they're going to choose the Xbox. But we have to understand that as parents, we understand the importance of purpose. We understand the importance of steering our children in the right direction. We understand the importance of them connected to the higher power. We understand that. We understand that being created and tapping into our God-given purpose creates a life with as less stress as possible. This is what tapping into your God-created purpose is. It's tapping into a source that says, I have set in the universe a path for you to follow. And as long as you're connected to the God that created the universe, then the path that he set in the universe for you to follow, it won't escape you. You won't end up on the corner in front of a cricket store asking for 25 cents. You won't end up with all of my children stuck in a family feud of baby daddies and baby mama drama. You won't end up a have-not, but you'll have. Because you have tapped into the one who has. And God will not leave you without. For the same man that wrote this song is the same man that said, I was young, but now I'm old. And there's two things I've never seen. I've seen murder. I've seen scandal. I've seen abuse. I've seen addiction. But if you stick to God, I've never seen the righteous forsaken. Let's deal with that for a minute. The righteous. Those who make right decisions. Those who think as much as possible as they can right thoughts. Those who are willing to have the courage to go over and beyond the average. That's righteous. Stand down a right path, simply put, for my young ones. Stand down a path in which you're making right decisions. I've never seen the righteous forsaken, nor the seed begging bread. You may go through a period of struggle. You may go through a period in which you have not. But if you stick to the end, if you stick down the road of purpose and creative thinking, God will give you and bless you with a lifelong job. And I'm not talking about FedEx or UPS. I'm saying your job that you were created for. If it's music, be the best musician you can be. If it's being a teacher, study and pound that pavement and work hard to do what you got to do to be a teacher. If it's being a preacher, study. Give yourself to meditation and prayer, young people, and God will bless you with a time period in which he will bless you to go into your ministry. For tapping into your purpose, it's not so much about what age you've come to. It's about what stage you've come to. This is what I mean by that. Have you ever seen somebody so up in age and they still act 16, 20 years old? Still criticizing young men for sagging their pants. But you won't buy them a belt. Still criticizing our young ladies for wearing the dresses too short. But you won't go out and teach them how to present themselves. For I once said, criticism to someone who is not making this world a better place is as venom to your purpose. We, as the older generation, well, not me, we have to do a better job at guiding our young people, creating streams in which they can progress and prosper, both spiritually, physically, and financially. It takes time. It takes planning. It's a hard job, but it can be done. David realized his purpose. He didn't understand the ramifications of what it would mean to be king. At least I don't think he did. But at least he used the other gift that God gave him until God got ready to promote him. He was a musician as well. And he played music so good that he drove an evil spirit out of the king at that time. But yet God kept sending challenges his way that he had courage to overcome. He fought Goliath and he overcame that. So he gained a few cheerleaders on his side. And that created jealousy. Here's another point, young people. That the more God begins to use you and your God-given purpose, you can rest assured jealousy is going to take place. You can rest assured somebody going to say it don't take all of that. You can rest assured somebody going to say you're going to end up just like your daddy. You can rest assured somebody going to say you're going to end up just like your mother. But when you realize that that's not the road you're traveling, you take that and use that for ammunition and motivation. And you allow it to drive you and to fuel you and to keep you down that created and ordained path for purpose. We have here what David is tending to the sheep while they're eating dinner. And as David begins to really live out his life, he was inspired to write this song. A song that gives credence and credit to the Creator for being ever present and all-knowing. So it says in verse 13, David says in verse 13, for you created my inward parts and knit me together in my mother's womb. Recognize who created you. It was God that created you. This is why I can't give in, young people, to the atheists who says there is no God. Because I can't see evolution. Or I can't see the Big Bang Theory. Putting 2 ears and 2 eyes. And a big nose. And hair on my head. And putting skin to cover bones. I can't give credit to that, to some Big Bang Theory that just happened. I can't give credit to that to say that we come from monkeys. Or we come from animals. We were created by someone that's divine and intelligent. We were created by someone that has a thought process for you and for me. So David says, you created my inward parts and you knit me together in my mother's womb. In other words, David was saying, I know you have a mother and a father, but it was God who created you. I know one night Daddy came home and had on his tailor-made suit. He drove his T-Model Ford, picked up Mama and drove her down the street to Burger King. Said, baby, you can have it your way. Got her number 6 with cheese and a fruit punch to drink. And mama was just rude and wild. Then he went home and got out the car. It just so happened to be raining. Took that coat off and he swooped it around her head and put it on his. That wasn't a John, y'all didn't catch that. Then he took her in the house, put on some Bobby Womack and some Luther Vandross. And just so happened 9 months later, you was here. David said, I know that happened, but that's not what created you. I know that had to take place for you to get here. But that's not what and who created you. Some of our young people may be dealing with a situation where your mother ran out on you. Your father may have run out on you. And you feel like unwanted. Why would they do that to me? But you have to understand that God orchestrated it. God just wanted you here. It's not so much that they had to be together for you to find your purpose, but God wanted you here. This is why I'm getting out of the habit of calling a child a mistake. I had a mistake. You let your child hear that, they'll grow up thinking they're a mistake. It wasn't a mistake that you took his number or her number. That wasn't a mistake. It wasn't a mistake that 2 people made a conscious decision to lay down. They're not a mistake. God allowed that to happen so that you could be created, because he created you with a purpose, and the world wouldn't be a better place without you in it. So if it takes 2 people that don't like each other just to get you here, God will allow that to happen. It may not have been the right thing, but God will allow it to happen. Even after your parents divorce each other, don't let that define your purpose. For your life is not wrapped up in who your mother is or who your father is. It's wrapped up in who you think you are. That's what finding your purpose is. Verse 13 also takes us to a thought process that says God took the time to create us. You just wasn't thrown together. There's a reason why you may have a unibrow. There's a reason why your ears may be bigger than everybody else's. There's a reason why your nose may be a little bit more plump than everybody else's. There's a reason why I'm short and Jerry's tall. There's a reason why some of us weigh a couple of pounds more than the other. There's a reason why some of us got naturally curly hair and naturally nappy hair. There's a reason why you were created the way you are. Stop looking in the mirror and comparing yourself to these false set-up women they put on TV. Everybody can't be 110 pounds. Everybody can't be slim, trim, and fit to the brim. That's why I be telling my wife a little side note, don't be coming off like you don't think Morris Chestnut looks better than me. I ain't trying to look like it. Elijah, I don't see another man attractive. You stop lying.